Williams Grove Speedway, where 23 drivers have checked in for competition here tonight with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Cars out to the Speedway, but before we get to the on-track action, right quick, let's take it down to Drake York.
Thank you so much, Brian. Always a pleasure to show up at the speed place known as Williams Grove Speedway here in beautiful Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, as we get ready to go for night number 3 of the 2025 Eastern Storm with the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Championship presented by Levan Machine and Truck Equipment. Hello, race fans. Once again, my name is Drake York. So glad to be joining you from such an iconic spot in sprint car racing. Behind me, the iconic Williams Grove Speedway Bridge, and it doesn't matter where you show this image of a race fan here at the Grove, they know it comes from right here at Williams Grove Speedway, and so glad to be with you here tonight. As Brian said, 23 of the world's greatest non-wing sprint car drivers are here to do battle at the Williams Grove Speedway. So without further ado, let's take a look at your season-long Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Championship points headed into tonight's round here at the Grove. Kyle Cummins, off the back of a win last night, extends his championship advantage. He comes to the night with 1,168 points. He leads Grant by 96 points, and he extended that advantage by 17 points last night with that win over at Big Diamond Speedway. Mitchell Moles, off the back of 2 podiums in a row, sits 3rd, Logan Seavey 4th. Briggs Daner bumps his way into the top 5, while Robert Ballou slips down to 6th, Jake Swanson 7th, Cale Drake up to 8th, as CJ Leary down to 9th, and Kevin Thomas Jr. rounding out your top 10. And of course, as tradition here on the Eastern Storm Trail, a championship for this week will be handed out. Let's take a look at those point standings. And shocker, Kyle Cummins also leading the points in that as well with the 152 points. Briggs Daner, though, still lurking with just 2 points back of Kyle Cummins, your points leader. Mitchell Moles is 3 behind, Justin Grant 13 behind, and Dason Pursley rounding out the top 5. He is 15 out of the points lead. That's Jake Swanson, Robert Ballou, Logan Seavey, Cale Drake, and CJ Leary rounding out your top 10 in the Eastern Storm points presented by Levan Machine and Truck Equipment. And as we always do here with the USAC on FloRacing broadcast, let's take a look at our Dirt Draft Driver v Driver matchup of the night. Gunnar Setzer, we have lost count of how many times he has won this. He has been on a tear lately. Tonight, his opposition will be the madman Robert Ballou. Let's start off with Ballou on the left-hand side of your screen. You can find him post-race in the public lobby at USAC Driver 1. Reminder, set your lineup before the start of heat race number 1, and that you can play against the USAC drivers, which is a really cool thing we love doing here with USAC on FloRacing. Robert Ballou has Justin Grant, Kyle Cummins, Braden Cromwell, Kayla Rail, and Olivia Thayer. Once again, he's at USAC Driver 1. Gunnar Setzer at USAC Driver 2 has Briggs Daner, CJ Leary, Cale Drake himself, and Kayla Rail. Once again, gearing up for night number 3 of the 2025 Eastern Storm presented by Levan Machine and Truck Equipment. So glad to be here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Like I said, the bridge behind me is iconic. Beer Hill is iconic. Every part of this racetrack has some sort of history to it. We're excited to bring you another great night here at the Grove. Let's take a look at your run of show tonight for the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Championship before we get into the on-track festivities. Right now on the Speedway right now is our engine heat. From there we'll move into dirt draft highlights. Honest Abe Roofing qualifying will be next. The always important Honest Abe Roofing qualifying, where each driver will go out 2 laps. Fastest lap stands. On to our 3 heat races tonight. As it has been for most of the Eastern Storm, all cars will make the feature event, but you're going to want to be inside that all-important top 6 invert for the night's feature event. Rounding out the program will be tonight's 30-lap feature for the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Championship. Also worth noting, the Williams Grove Speedway sprint cars on the card as well. No switching tonight, all on FloRacing. So we're getting ready to go with Dirt Draft highlights, Brian.
Indeed, thank you very much. Cars starting to come to life here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. Again, if you have not set your lineup, you still have time to get that done. Make sure you do so before the start of our opening heat race. If you are new to Dirt Draft, now is the time to download, and you can use referral code USAC when you sign up to get a $20 digital gift card to shop USAC apparel online. Track in the early goings here as everybody able to come out a little while ago to help iron in the racing surface, throw a little bit of heat beneath the bonnets. Robert Ballou, a big save over in turn number 2 as that car just about stepped out from underneath them. Currently second fastest on the racetrack. It's Kevin Thomas Jr. just down the front straightaway, and then front armor number 3R, who is quickest so far, 20.502 seconds. Kyle Cummins up to second quick at a 25.85. Robert Ballou, 27.18. Hayden Reinbold at a 21.020. Kayla Rail right now rounding out the top 5 quickest drivers on the Speedway. So Kyle Cummins not showing any signs of slowing down as he is quickest in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1, 20.351 seconds. Robert Ballou, second quick, 24.15. Hayden Reinbold, 24.94 is third quick. Kevin Thomas Jr., 20.502 in fourth. And JT Ferry is fifth quick right now, 20.911. And Kayla Rell and Abby Holbein currently make up the drivers who were just on track for Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1. AMSOIL is the title sponsor of the USAC Sprint Car National Championship. The AMSOIL Shop by Vehicle tool at AMSOIL.com takes the guesswork out of picking the best oil and filter combination for your vehicle. Choose the right product and packaging option for you and enjoy fast, free delivery right to your door. Visit AMSOIL.com to learn more. If you're down in the infield, make sure you stop by the NOS Energy Sampling Station, because with NOS Energy, boundaries are merely suggestions. Fuel up, fire up, and never look back. With NOS Energy, it's human horsepower. Try one today and follow them on social media at NOS Energy Drink. Don't forget, throughout the 2025 season, you can be part of the action with a chance to win with Play USAC, offering you, the fans, ways to put money on your favorite drivers with top sports books and daily fantasy providers offering odds and exclusive sign-up offers for USAC racing fans. There's never been a better time to give it a try. Go to nxtbets.com/playusac for more information or scan the code on the broadcast to see what's available in your state. Void where prohibited, must be 21 years or older to participate. Play responsibly and fight back against addiction at 1-800-GAMBLER. Odds provided to the United States Auto Club by NXT Bets. They put Kyle Cummins as the odds-on favorite at plus 251. Briggs Danner at 378. Justin Grant at 409. A little bit further back, Jake Swanson at 2725. Kevin Thomas Jr. coming out with a win 1 year ago. He is long odds favorite right now, according to NXT Bets, at 44.66. But just remember, when our drivers win, you win when you play along at nxtbets.com/playusac. So just a quick look at those odds. If a area that you're in, again, when you log onto the website to see what's available, it uses your GPS location so it knows which state you're in to say, hey, here's what you can play, here's what you can't play. So let's take a look back at Kevin Thomas Jr., 44.66. So that $100 bet, if you're able to put $100 on him to win, your payout, $4,566. So not a bad investment for $100. Again, play responsibly, but play along at nxtbets.com/playusac. So Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2 out to the Speedway. The 21AZ making his way up into turns 1 and 2 at Greenfield, Indiana. The curb records entry of C.J. Leary. C.J. Leary in the number 21. Only driver in the field tonight pulling double duty, Dason Pursley to Locust Grove, Oklahoma, making his way off of turn number 2 right now. The Avante Windows endorsed, PristineAuction.com, number 86. Gunnar Setzer to Columbus, Indiana, on track as well. The Midwest 2 Mills, Davis Brothers, S&C Machine, Flea RC Chassis number 5G. He'll make his way up to the bridge on the back straightaway. The 19... that's Steven Dravicki. He's out of Reading, Pennsylvania. Drove the Degree Engineering Chevrolet RPM chassis number 19S. As the field going to start to wind up here and get ready to go in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2. Logan Seavey also on track. He's on the back straightaway. Driving to Southern California, the Mount Mechanical Contractors Indy Power Sports, number 57 at speed here to the flag stand. At speed to turns 1 and 2 as well. Briggs Danner to Allentown, Pennsylvania. The Schneider & Sons Recycling, Oshucks Roasted Corn, Ryder DRC, Davis Brothers, Apache Transport, number 39. Again, Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2 on track for those of you just joining us on the broadcast or just making your way into the grandstands here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Checker flag coming out here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2, and Dason Pursley has climbed to the top of the speed charts at a 19.757, 197.57 seconds for the driver, the number 86. CJ Leary, his final time by, he takes over second at a 19.784. Gunnar Setzer, a 20.027. Briggs Danner, 20.047. And Logan Seavey, 20.130. Kyle Cummins, Robert Ballou, Hayden Reinbold, Kevin Thomas Jr., and Stephen Dravicki currently make up the top 10. Racing Electronics is the official race communication provider of the United States Auto Club. Racing Electronics has over 30 years of experience and serves every major form of auto racing. Don't forget to bring your scanner the next time you're at a USAC national event, as all of our broadcast audio is live at frequency 454.5000. Learn more and shop online at racingelectronics.com or call them at 1-800-272-7111. Cookout presents always fresh, never frozen burgers, barbecue, hot dogs, all cooked fresh every day. And get this, over 40 different flavors of shakes, all prepared fresh and made by hand every day. It's all yours. To find a Cookout location near you, visit cookout.com. Sunoco is the official race fuel of USAC Racing. As the world's largest manufacturer of racing fuel, Sunoco has been the standard of motorsports for over 50 years. Known for innovation, consistency, and high performance, Sunoco Fuels has been the choice of racers in virtually every form of motorsport. From grassroots tracks to premier international series. Committed to supporting the racing community, Sunoco powers champions and fuels unforgettable moments at the track. Car IQ has created a payment solution aimed at fleets that allows cars and trucks to connect to gas pumps without the need of a fuel card or a credit card. Car IQ Payment Solution, Car IQ Pay, replaces fleet card products and protects against fraud while significantly reducing back-office vehicle reconciliation. Learn more at gocariq.com today. Hoosier Racing Tires' mission is to be the dominant customer-driven provider of racing tires to teams domestically and internationally. Their existence and continued success are dependent upon how well they meet their responsibilities to serve their customers by providing safe quality products to amateur and professional motorsports teams. For more information on the tires designed for champions, go online to HoosierTire.com. Again, don't forget to download the Dirt Draft app today. You can set up your league, play against your friends, family, or the guys sitting next to you in the grandstands. Use referral code USAC when signing up to get a $20 digital gift card to shop at USACgear.com. Speaking of USACgear.com, tonight only, you can get a free Eastern Storm decal with your online purchase. Again, that is tonight only. Of course, the USAC merchandise trailer located down in the infield for all the 2025 race day must-have gear, including Indiana Midget Week t-shirts, some of those left over. Plenty of Eastern Storm apparel available. And, of course, the blankets, they're back in stock, so it might be a little warm now, but they make a great seat cushion at the racetrack. And, of course, this winter, when it starts to cool down a little bit, you'll be glad you took it to the races. Make sure and go down to the infield and grab yours while supplies last. Another great reason to stop by the USAC merchandise trailer is you can find the roster of tonight's drivers who have checked in here for round 3 of the Eastern Storm, presented by Levan Machine and Truck Equipment. Only $1 while supplies last. The names, numbers, hometown sponsors, all that great information, including historical facts of USAC racing here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Drivers on track for your final flight of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. We're looking at Joey Amantia here on the screen, the driver to Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania. Driver the Amantia Real Estate, JPA Masonry, Newman's XXX number 88J. The 4X, Braden Cromwell, Lone Jack, Missouri. The Bodies Race Co. Chevrolet DRC number 4. He'll make his way over into the back straightaway as drivers will start to pick up the pace here. The 19AZ. Mitchell Moles out of Raisin City, California. The AME Electrical, Massive Valley Transportation, Kaiser, Stanton Spike number 19 at speed over in turns 3 and 4. Another driver on track looking for a little bit of a rebound from last night. She is over in turns 1 and 2. Olivia Thayer out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. The Dean's Auto Plaza, Fit Powered, Maxim Chassis, O'Brien's Restoration and Remodeling number 39. A little bit of a rough go. Ended up upside down last night trying to avoid catastrophe. Unfortunately, ran right into it. Justin Grant, winner of the opening event here at Eastern Storm, off into turns 3 and 4. He's out of Ione, California. The NOS Energy Drink, Conviva Logistics, Top Industries, Kistler Maxim number 4. Mike Hagenbottom on track as well, the 51, the 2B. Cale Drake, the Duke of Curls on the back straightaway. As Mitchell Moles in the 19. A 20-time Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier. Well, now he is quickest here in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, 19.563. So the checkered flag will greet the field here with the USAC Gainesville Sprint Car National Championship, and we will get ready to go into Honest Abe Roofing qualifying here in just a moment. Two cars going to make their way out to the Speedway. Each driver will have 2 laps to establish their quick qualifying time, the better of the two counting towards their qualifying effort. Your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier also picking up an extra $150. Honest Abe Roofing, America's reliable roofer, presenting the Fast Qualifying Award for all 3 USAC National Divisions throughout the 2025 season. Honest Abe has been installing, repairing, and maintaining residential roofs since 2005, and they want to give you the perfect roof to protect your home and keep you comfortable. Honest Abe provides the fastest service in the roofing industry, and they're supporting the fastest driver in qualifications. Visit honestaberoofing.com today to schedule your free roof inspection. Get 2 cars at a time. You can follow along on the Race Monitor app. A reminder, everything you see on Race Monitor throughout the night, as well as our social media channels, is unofficial. All official news, notes, points, and updates will be posted at the close of tonight's program at usacracing.com. First 2 drivers onto the racetrack here as we kick off Honest Abe Roofing qualifying in 23 on hand. The current track record established by Thomas Meserol on June 16, 2023, 19.016 seconds, 94.657 average miles per hour. As right now on track, we've got Kevin Thomas Jr. to Coleman, Alabama, the Inferno Armor, Majestic Electric, CSI, Rocksteady Racing, Stanton Mach 1 chassis number 3. He'll come around in his opening lap at 19.608, 19.608 seconds for Kevin Thomas Jr. He's joined by Kayla Rail out of Dillsboro, Indiana, the Southern Insurance, Del Knott Spine, Heavy Duty Truck and Transmission Services number 4K. Still stopped the clock at a 23.19, 20.319 seconds for Kayla Rail. Kevin Thomas Jr. around on lap number 2 and better, 19.386. He'll set the mark here again, KTJ, at a 19.386 second lap. Winner here twice, 2018, then the last lap pass in 2024. Kayla Rail, her Williams Grove debut, better on lap number 2, a 20.221 second attempt. So KTJ looking to put himself at the top of the speed charts and see if he can back up last year's win. Again, got a win in 2018 as well. Ran 4th in 2018 and 20th in 2023. As your next 2 drivers going to make their way out to the Speedway. And another driver making their Williams Grove debut, Abby Holbein out of Cloverdale, Ohio, driving the Bennick Enterprises, J&M Excavating, K&L Ready Mix, Vorse Paving, Best Performance, 2B Racing, number 2A. She'll be joined by the 18. That is JT Ferry out of Drums, Pennsylvania, the Bradley Caldwell Incorporated, DMY Performance, X1 Race Cars, Harry's U-Pull-It Auto Parts, Tunison Supply, The Joy of Seating, number 18J. Holbein coming around in her opening lap, and she will be 3rd quick at a 21.615, 2.1615 seconds for the young Ohio driver. JT Ferry around on his opening lap, 23.52, 20.352, puts him 3rd quick currently. 16th at Bridgeport as she is up to the wall in turns 3 and 4 and spun around. Problems for the driver, the number 2A. Awfully close to the wall a couple times and getting very close. Looked like it might have bit her over in turns 3 and 4. So safety crews quickly on scene. We have a replay here on the FloRacing broadcast as a 2A. Off into turn number 3 again, just misses the bottom and barely misses that outside guardrail. She was able to finally kick the car around and bring it to a stop. So we'll get the 2A refired, and Holbein going to give it another shot here. JT Ferry, the 18J, currently third quick at a 27.451. So problems more than the eye could see for the driver of the number 2A. Holbein going to go ahead and take it off the top of the back straightaway, and we'll continue on here. JT Ferry now going to have a clean racetrack all by himself out here for his qualifying run. Again, the Bradley Caldwell Incorporated X1. Tennyson Supply, the Joy of Seating, Ferry Motorsports number 18, coming around to start his final lap of qualifying, starting off the week with a 15th place finish up at Bridgeport, backed it up with another 15th place finish last night of a Big Diamond. A wing and wingless racer over the past dozen years who started in quarter midgets, onto micros, and then into sprint cars. Looking to make his first career USAC National start here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Comes around on lap number 2. 24.11. His opening lap will be his best attempt at a 23.52. Kevin Thomas Jr., the driver they're all chasing, 19.386. Kayla Rell, a 22.21. JT Ferry, 23.52. And Abby Holbein at a 21.615. Driver firing off through turns 3 and 4. Winner last night up at the Big Diamond. It's Kyle Cummins out of Princeton, Indiana. Driver the Avante Windows and Doors. Premier Recycling, Apache Transport, Petty Performance Racing, Stanton Mocklin chassis number 3P. Joined by the 19 of Hayden Reinbold. Reinbold out of Gilbert, Arizona. The AMA Electrical, Avante Windows and Doors, Indy Race Parts entry. Cummins coming around on his opening lap in 3. We'll see where he stops the clock, and he will be second quick at a 19.497, 194.97 seconds. Reinbold, his opening lap, third quick, 19.990, 19.990 for the driver number 19. Cummins, 2 career feature starts in USAC competition here with the United here in National Tour action. 16th in 2023, 10th in 2024 comes around, and he's quick time on lap number 2 at 19.374, 193.74 seconds for Kyle Cummins. Reinbold better on lap number 2 on time, not position, 19.719, 19.719 seconds for the 19. But you've got a new Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier, Kyle Cummins, 19.374. Next 2 drivers out to the Speedway out of Rockland, California. Driver the Suburban Subaru, Deaton's Waterfront Services, Burks Western Telecom, Core Installation, Amy Gardner Roofing, Hinchman, Indy number 12. The Madman, Robert Ballou, set to take his qualifying time, joined by the driver out of Greenfield, Indiana, driving the Curve Records. Team Arizona, Quebec Racing, Oakcraft Elegant Cabinetry, Kodiak Products number 21AZ. That is CJ Leary. CJ Leary in the number 21. 8th place finish up at Bridgeport, and a 13th last night up at Big Diamond for the driver number 21AZ. Robert Ballou in the 12th, third quick in his opening lap. Started his week with a hard charge with a 7th place run up at Bridgeport. 8th place finish last night. 5 career USAC National feature starts here at the Williams Grove. A best finish in 2018 of 3rd. He's ran 23rd, 12th, and 22nd, as well as a 7th place finish last year. Comes around lap number 2. It'll be just a tick slower, 19.543. 21AZ around, quick time at a 19.321, 19.321 seconds. Now a new Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier, CJ Leary in 21AZ. Stephen Dravicki out to the Speedway, the 4-time champion of the USAC East Coast Sprint Cars out of Reading, Pennsylvania. Driver the Degree Engineering Chevrolet RPM chassis, Roadrunner Race Fields number 19S. He will be joined by the driver to Columbus, Indiana, Gunnar Setzer. Driver the Midwest 2, Mills Davis Brothers, S&C Machine, Chrome Dome, Superior Ag, Coiler Performance, Flea RC chassis number 5G. Another driver making their Williams Grove debut behind the wheel of that number 5G. The 19S of Stephen Dravicki in the meantime. 2 career USAC National feature starts here at Williams Grove. Lap number 1 is going to be 8th quick at a 28.66. The 5G coming around in his opening lap, 5th quick at a 19.646, 19.646 seconds for the driver, the number 5. He'll work it onto the back straightaway. Dravicki making his way around to the front straightaway. 13th and a 14th place finish so far this week for the driver, the number 19, and better on lap number 2, 7th quick at a 19.913. Gunnar Setzer, his second time around, slower, 19.752. He'll stand on his opening lap at 19.646, fifth quick for Gunnar Setzer. C.J. Leary, the one they're still chasing, 19.321. Kyle Cummins, 19.374. Kevin Thomas Jr., 19.386. Robert Blue, 19.531. And Gunnar Setzer now fifth quick at a 19.646. At speed to the front straightaway, your defending USAC national champion out of Southern California, driven the Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Indy Power Sports, CGCPA, Sport Check Marketing, Abacus Racing number 57. That is Logan Seavey. Logan Seavey in the 57, joined by Bruce Buckwalter Jr. He's from right here in town, driving the BDB Construction, Fastener Specialties, Open Wheel Titanium, Tim Shock Lab, Hickory Hill Farm, number 83. Seavey fourth quick in his opening lap at 19.515, 195.15 seconds for the driver of the number 57. Buckwalter, a 29.80, 11th quick currently. Seavey speeding off through turns 3 and 4, making his way around to the front straightaway. A three-time starter in USAC National competition here at Williams Grove Speedway. Comes around better on lap number 2, still fourth quick at a 19.448. 194.48 seconds for Logan Seavey. Buckwalter coming around, and he is better on time, not position, 11th quick at a 29.22. Next two contestants roll out to the Speedway, and the first one to fire, well, he comes to you out of Locust Grove, Oklahoma. The Avante Windows and Doors, PristineAuction.com, NOS Energy Drink, CB Industries, Stanton Powered Spike number 86. This is Dason Pursley. Dason Pursley in the number 86. He'll be joined by Briggs Danner out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. The East Snyder & Sons Recycling, Oshucks Roasted Corn, Ryder DRC, Boulevard Truck Repair, Apache Transport, Hogue Racing Enterprises, number 39. Briggs Danner, a third place finish, and your quick qualifier up at Bridgeport. Fourth place finish last night up at Big Diamond, a three-time USAC feature starter here. His best career finish, a third 1 year ago, and it came as he was running out of fuel on the final lap after leading the distance. In the number 39, Dason Pursley goes fourth quick in his opening lap at the number 86. Look out, big save by Briggs Danner over in turns 1 and 2. Thought he was going to go out and find one of the billboards and give it a redo there for a second as Pursley comes around in his second trip, and it will be just a little slower, 19.485. Briggs Danner, 23.95 on lap number 2. He'll stand on lap number 1, 19.571. Braden Cromwell, Lone Jack, Missouri, pushing down the back straightaway. The body's Raceco, Acre Towing, Wrapped KC, Show Me Synthetics, Rachel Cromwell, Boyd Racing, number 4X. He'll be ready to get to speed here. First race of Eastern Storm for Mike Hagenbottom. He's at Levittown, Pennsylvania, the Tim Hoagie Customs, DMY Performance, Maxim Chassis, Kreider Manufacturing, PC Powder Coating, Cummins Electric, Simpson Valco Wheels, number 51. The 15th and 16th drivers out to qualify. Hagenbottom, his last USAC National Feature start was in 1996, where he ran 15th. Has a Silver Crown start here in 2019 with a top 5 finish for the driver, the number 51. His opening lap is a 21.741 seconds for the driver of the number 51. The 4X of Cromwell, a 24.70. Lap number 2 for Cromwell, a little bit better, 23.10, and Hagenbottom does improve on lap number 2. He'll jump to 15 quick at a 21.298. Cromwell going to go ahead and take a little extra time there as he missed the exit. He will find it there at the exit of turn number 2. Next two cars out to the Speedway. Driver out of Ione, California, driver the NOS Energy MPV Logistics, Top Industries, Indy Custom Sewn, Kistler Max at number 4. That is Justin Grant. Justin Grant in the number 4. He's going to be joined by Olivia Thayer. She's out of Hanover, Pennsylvania, driving the Dean's Auto Plaza, Fit Powered, Maxim Chassis, O'Brien Restoration and Remodeling, Bear Bear Printing, Blackbird Construction, Eric Thayer own, number 39. Make sure the track is clear. Caution lights go dark, just about ready to set the drivers loose. They will come around to the green flag and they will start the clock. Problems last night for Thayer in qualifying. The throttle linkage coming apart, getting things back together, coming out for the heat races, and unfortunately everybody getting tangled up in front of her, and she ended up going for a ride. Everything just about put back together for the feature event as we were trying to outrun Mother Nature, and unfortunately not able to get the radius rod on the left side all the way fastened up. Likewise, the Nerf iron, not able to get it completely free from the tires, so unfortunately she did have to retire early last night. Justin Grant, though, a 7th place finish last night after winning the opening round of Eastern Storm. As the 4 comes around second quick in his opening lap at a 19.365, 19.365 seconds. Thayer at a 21.718. She's currently 18th. Grant, his 6th appearance with the USAC National Sprint Cars here at Williams Grove, comes around quick time at a 19.305, 19.305 seconds. Justin Grant, now your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier. Thayer, 17th, better on lap number 2, a 21.478. But now they're chasing Justin Grant, 19.305. Winner here back in 2022. In fact, his worst finish in USAC competition here at Williams Grove was 9th in 2018. So we'll see if he can keep that speed going here tonight. As your next couple of drivers roll out to the Speedway, the 19AZ of Mitchell Moles out of Racing City, California, the AME Electrical, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Kaiser Stanton Spike number 19, joined by Joey Amantia out of Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania, the JPA Mason and Amantia Real Estate Stinger Racefields, Area 54, JPA Racing, number 88J. Mitchell Moles, line number 1, going to be 3rd quick at 19.355, 19.355 seconds for the driver of the number 19. Amantia, 13th quick on his opening lap. Turns a time of 20.093 seconds. Moles going to bring it through turns 3 and 4. 3rd appearance in USAC National Competition here at Williams Grove. And he's quick time at a 19.246, 19.246 seconds for Mitchell Moles. Now your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier. Joey Amantia, 2nd time around for the 88J. Better on time. Still 13th at a 19.992. Down to the final couple of drivers to qualify here this evening. On the front straightaway of Collinsville, Oklahoma, driving the Pendleton Farms, Binnick Enterprises, Honest Abe Roofing, John Nashera Long, Hoosier Tire, 2B Racing, Claxton DRC number 2B. It's Cale Drake. Cale Drake in the number 2B, joined by Jake Swanson out of Anaheim, California, the Inland Breaking Snake Enterprises, Darty Motorsports, CK Enterprises, One Way DRC, number 5. Cale Drake around in his opening lap, 12th quick at a 19.803, 19.803 seconds for Cale Drake. Jake Swanson, 4th quick at a 19.354, 19.354 seconds for the driver of the number 5T. Cale Drake, the Duke of the Curls, going to make his way around to the front straightaway to see if he can better on lap number 2, and it will be a little slower, 20.020, 19.803. Lap number 2 for Jake Swanson, and likewise slower, 19.570 and 19.354 on his opening lap. Problems for one driver, the 27 of Dirk Rimrod out of Spring City, Pennsylvania, the Valley Forge Tree Services, Chevrolet powered, Maxim, Irwin Plumbing. Number 27 has some fuel issues, so he is going to come out and fire, make sure that it is A-OK, and will take off here and see if he is able to possibly get any qualifying time. If he does fire, he will get 1 lap at speed. And unfortunately, it looks like the engine not going to light here, so he will get the push down the front straightaway. So that will wrap up Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. 5th quick tonight was Kyle Cummins. 4th quick was Jake Swanson. 3rd quick was C.J. Leary. 2nd quick was Justin Grant. And for the 21st time in his career, He is your Honest Abe Roofing Quick Qualifier, the driver out of Raisin City, California. Driver of the AME Electrical and CFLA Transportation. Kaiser number 19. Race fans, give him a hand. Mitchell Moles. Moles, your quick qualifier, and down with Christy Bemis.
21st career Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifying Award tonight at Williams Grove Speedway, which ties you for 22nd all-time with AJ Foyt. How cool is that stat? At what point did you realize, man, this qualifying thing is where you and your team are really shining?
You know, with this format, it kind of sucks. The last couple nights I haven't qualified as good, and we've run a lot better. So starting 6th is tough, and you see it when guys like Justin start 6th last night and he ran 7th. So it is way tougher from back there, and this place, if it gets slick, it won't be a problem. I feel like the good guys always get to the front when it gets slick, but it's going to take a little while. I feel like it's pretty wet, and they've probably gotten a ton of rain here like everywhere else in PA has. I do think we're finally looking pretty good tonight. So weather-wise at least, hopefully my guys, they just go back to work, and we just don't ever stop. Just keep working hard and do the best we can.
2 podiums in a row at Bridgeport Speedway and at Big Diamond Speedway last night. And now, of course, your Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifying Award. Have you guys really hit a stride this last week at Eastern Storm?
Yeah, I feel like we've been qualifying good all year, but it's just starting 6th is tough. And then we've run in the top 10 a lot and top 5s and stuff. But getting on that podium's tough when you got I think last night it was KT and Kyle on the front row. They've both been doing it. I mean, probably longer than I've been alive. So I don't know. It's just it's tough out here, and that's why we're here. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to watch bad race car drivers do laps, and nobody wants to hire those people. So it's a great thing for our sport and a great thing for all our people. Happy to see the stands packed, even though all the stuff's on flow, and you could sit at home and spend your hard-earned money doing something else. We appreciate it, and hopefully you guys go buy some T-shirts, and we'll do some cool stuff for you.
Chief Meteorologist Mitchell Moles says we're good to go tonight at Williams Grove Speedway for night number 3 of Eastern Storm. He is your Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifier.
Thank you very much. Non-wing exits the racetrack. The wings make their way out. Lawrence Chevrolet 410 Sprint Cars coming up next.
Thanks, Brian. It's good to have the entire USAC team here at the Speedway tonight. We want to welcome Brian, Rich, Kirksbridge, and the rest of the team from USAC here running the USAC Eastern Storm Tour. It's good to have everybody here. Always an excellent group of officials to work with. And we look forward to the exciting night of wingless 410 sprint car action. Right now, our Lawrence Chevrolet 410 sprint cars, 30 signed in for action tonight, getting ready for their first batch of warm-ups. We'll go with 3 heats coming up a little bit later on. USAC feature will be first on the program tonight, followed by our Lawrence Chevrolet 410 Sprint Car Main. Here on Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Mama's Pizza, Martin's Potato Chips, J&S Classics, and HoseHeads.com. As Brian said, Kevin Thomas Jr., the defending sprint car winner, USAC sprint car winner here at the Speedway, picked up the win last year. Next week, we kick off Pennsylvania Speed Week on Friday night, June the 27th, with a $10,000 to win main event. Plus the 358 sprint cars next week. First car pushing off in turn number 2. He drives for Michael Hefner, racing out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. In the Leland's Collectibles, Hefner Racing Enterprises, number 27, second in the Lawrence Chevrolet points right now. The 27 is Troy Wagaman Jr. Moving up along the outside there, the most recent winner here at the Speedway. Racing out of Fayetteville, the winningest driver in the history of the Speedway. Driving for Barry Shearer in the Donson Transport. Glenville Station, Drohan Brick and Hardscaping, number 12, Lance Deweese. Deweese from Fayetteville in car number 12. In the red and white 1X, driving through turns 3 and 4, the Jiffy Lube of Mechanicsburg and Camp Hill. Thrive and Financial 1X is Chad Trout. Trout racing out of Dover. Here on the front stretch, the one-lap track record holder from Liverpool, Pennsylvania, the Village Square Plaza, Mountain View Travel, Smith Titanium 11T. It's TJ Stutz. And the new driver of John Trone's Trone Outdoor, number 39 tonight. It's good to have him here at the Speedway. Racing out of Harding, Pennsylvania, car number 39, Jordan Thomas. And driving the Silver Bullet going down the front stretch. Racing out of New Oxford, Pennsylvania, the Harford County Transmission and Automotive Silver Bullet. The 6 is Cole Knopp. Cole Knopp in the number 6. Going around the outside of Knopp in turn number 2 from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, the Dellinger's Auto Body, Russ's Auto and Trailer Sales, number 77, Derek Locke. And pushing off in car number 91, racing out of Annapolis, Maryland, the Capital Custom Trailers Easy Go number 91, Preston Latimus. Preston Latimus in car number 91. This is just our 6th show of the season, thanks to the weather. Beautiful day in central Pennsylvania. Cars from the first heat race out for the first warm-up session. Here in the front stretch, in car number 53, racing a native of Sydney, Australia, in the Supreme Poultry, Speed Vision Tear-Offs, number 53, AU Alex Attard. So we're going to wind up the first session of Hot Laps for the Lawrence Chevrolet Sprint Cars. Here we go. And the checkered flag is out on our first session of Hot Laps. Looks like Lance DeWeese on top of the speed chart with a 17.165. Troy Wagaman actually with a 16.993 in that session. Second group rolling onto the speedway. The first car in line set to push off. Racing out of Newtown, Pennsylvania, the 410 Enterprises, Thompson Motor Service 11 is Mike Thompson. Mike Thompson in the 11, set to push off. So Mike Thompson pushes away in turn number 2. Following him down the backstretch, the Invader from Pittsboro, Indiana, in the Horsepower Incorporated Pennock Insurance number 23L, Jimmy Light. Jimmy Light from Pittsboro, Indiana. Following him into turn number 3 from Mechanicsburg in the Allebach Hollinger Racing, Old Milwaukee Beer 5W, Lucas Wolf. And following Wolf in car number 23, racing out of York, Pennsylvania, the Mountain Ridge Metals, David Hohenschildt Welding, Traco Manufacturing 23 of Chase Dietz. Dietz goes by the flag stand in the black Stamen number 23. Over in turn number 3 in the 1W, the Willys Paving Harrisburg long-term rental. Coldwell Banker by Courtney Kirby. 1W is Ryan Taylor. Ryan Taylor from Percy in the 1W. On the front stretch, driving the Zemco headers, McCutcheon Enterprises Macco Tools number 45 from York Springs, Samuel Miller. And we call him the Bugman in the Dowdy's Pest Control 00, racing out of Wellsville, Pennsylvania. In turn number 1 is Chris Frank. Chris Frank in the 00. Jimmy Light on the backstretch, 41 years of age. Racing out of Pittsboro, Indiana. It's good to have him here at the Speedway tonight. These cars in our second heat race. Rolling to the Speedway along the pit lane. And now on to the Speedway from Vincenttown, New Jersey. The driver of car number 67, the RBH Group Mid-Atlantic Transport Cronenberger Jewelry 67 is Justin Whittle. Justin Whittle in car number 67. And pushing off in turn number 2, racing out of York Haven, Pennsylvania, the FPT Powertrain Technologies, Wenrick Painting number 3D from York Haven, Dave Groob on the backstretch. Rolling down the front stretch, I understand we're calling him number 48 tonight, and the Racers Used Parts Warehouse number 48 from Asper's, Billy Dietrich. And on to the backstretch. From Elverson, Pennsylvania. And the Charlie and Don Suricats, Charpak Cole. Moose Meadows number 35, Austin Bishop, going into turn number 3. And on the backstretch as well, drivers spent a couple nights competing in Ohio Speed Week, driving for Rich Eichelberger in the Low Bar Incorporated Heavy Equipment Loaders and Parts number 8Z. The Jonestown Jet, Brock Zierfoss in turns 3 and 4. So we're going to wind the Jet up and turn all of these cars loose. Hot lap session number 2 is underway. Hot lap session number 2 completed. Brock Zierfoss, the fastest driver out of that session with a 16.998. So the Jonestown Jet in good form early on here tonight. Session number 3 about to roll onto the Speedway. First car rolling out onto the front stretch, racing out of Enola, Pennsylvania in the Chet's Trunks RV 4-wheel drive center. Number 47K from Enola, Cody Lehman. Lehman rolling into turn number 1. Pushing off in turn number 2. He's a one-time winner this season. Racing out of Spring Grove and Rick Lefever's Karma Industrial Services, TC Backer Roofing and Siding 75, Cameron Smith. And heading for the bridge from Grantville on the JNS Classics, number 66. Make that number 22, the JNS Classics entry. Racing out of Grantville, Doug Hammaker, also sponsored by Randy Shearer Plumbing and Heating. Underneath the bridge right now, driving his own number 5K, racing out of Beaver Springs, Pennsylvania, the Harrisburg Budget, Keller's Truck Repair 5K of Jake Carkland. Heading for the bridge in car number 66, racing out of Queensland, Australia, the New Trend Homes Napa, Rudisill Trucking entry, the 66 is Ryan Newton. In his own number 33 tonight, racing out of Allenwood, Pennsylvania, in the Houck Trucking 33, it's Derek Houck. And there goes the beautiful JNS Classics 22 of Doug Hammaker. Rolling down the front stretch in the body shop by DeEva, Primo Hoagie's number 85 from Berlin, New Jersey, Ricky DeEva in car number 85. And rolling onto the front stretch, about to push off. Driver doing double duty tonight. It's good to have him here. The 19-year-old from Locust Grove, Oklahoma, in Tom Book's Pella Windows, number 13, Dason Pursley. Here on the front stretch, our current point leader, also our defending track champion. Racing out of Harleysville in the Trans East Equipment Pioneer Pole Buildings, Ken's Tire number 51, Freddie Raymer. Freddie Raymer in car number 51, followed by Dason Pursley into turn number 1. We're going to wind up our third and final session. Here we go. Well, Dason Pursley, the fastest driver out of that session with a 17.031. So coming up next week here at the Speedway, the kickoff of Pennsylvania Speed Week will kick off the Speed Week series on Friday night, June the 27th. Next week, $10,000 to win in the Speed Week opener coming up next Friday night. The HJ Tone Recovery 358 sprint cars also on the program next Friday night. We'll come back 1 week later, July the 4th, with the Mitch Smith Memorial paying $20,000 to win the crown jewel of Pennsylvania Speed Week. It's a sprint car only program coming up here on Independence Day with fireworks on July the 4th. So on behalf of everybody here at Williams Grove Speedway, we want to welcome you to tonight's USAC and Pennsylvania Posse 410 Sprint Car doubleheader. Long before there was the World of Outlaws, there was USAC, and the United States Auto Club has one of, if not the longest and proudest history in open-wheel auto racing, and it's good to have the history of USAC continue here at Williams Grove Speedway tonight, where drivers like A.J. Foyt, Tommy Hintershitz, Mitch Smith, and Jan Opperman, along with Kevin Thomas Jr., have graced victory lane. Perhaps the best-known story in all of USAC racing in central Pennsylvania is the year 1971 when Mitch Smith beat the USAC Invaders not once, twice, but 3 times on a temporary permit. So tonight we'll see USAC in action along with our regular sprint cars. At this time, I ask you all to please rise as we get started with tonight's racing program. If you're new here, the flag is flying in the infield towards turn number 3. At this time, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem.